All you people, it's old Waylon Mercy again. As you can tell, I'm out here at the park, around the picnic area, waiting for all the people to come in. Shortly after a while, they'll be out here with their children, with their fried chicken and potato salads and some hot dogs, surely some hamburgers to go along with all that stuff. And the kids, they'll be running around here having a good old time. And then after a while, the kids will get on the parents' nerves, and the parents will start yelling and screaming, and then load up everything, put the children in the back daggum seats. And then they'll go home, and then they'll tell all their families and friends what a great time they had at the park and what a great picnic it was. Well, let me tell you something. Waylon Mercy knows how to throw a good picnic. And when I get into the ring in the WWF, I want to show you people what a picnic is all about. You know what I mean?
Undertaker on his way, ladies and gentlemen, to the king of the ring.
Welcome to another episode of The Format with your boy, Matt Jackson, a.k.a. Joffrey Killer, a.k.a. Allah, a.k.a. Dinosaur Man. But anyway, the clip y'all just heard in the beginning of the video was Waylon Mercy. And that's the topic of the day. Waylon Mercy. This man was a southern gentleman, and not a southern gentleman really, but like the way he talked, the way he spoke was like a southern gentleman. He was so creepy. And that clip that y'all just heard is literally from an episode I remember when I was younger. And you know, he's in the park and he's like talking really weird and all that stuff, but he was a great gimmick though. I mean, he was great, because like, I mean, it was just so like calm and gentle, but he was so scary and terrifying, and was cultish, and I ain't really much to say about him, but is like he was good. I liked what he had going on. He had the Hawaiian shirt, he had the white pants. Does that sound like somebody else we know? Well, Bray Wyatt was in training. He was training this like while this was way in the beginning of Bray Wyatt's career. This was right before I think the Mulligan character he did, the mask. Because Bray Wyatt wore a mask back in FCW. What was his name? Mulligan, something Mulligan? Wyndham Mulligan? No, I can't remember the name exactly, but anyway. And so he was there, he's training, blah, blah, blah. And then Waylon Mercy showed up one day. And Waylon Mercy sat down with Bray Wyatt, a young Wyndham Rotunda, a.k.a. Bray Wyatt. He sat down with Wyndham. And he said, you know, he's talking to him and stuff like that, and giving some ideas and stuff like that. And that's basically, of course, that's where the Bray Wyatt gimmick came from. The cult leader, the Swamp Father stuff, the Hawaiian shirts, the white pants. It was a rehash of Waylon Mercy. But in all my honesty, I believe that Bray Wyatt did that type of gimmick a whole lot better, I think, in my view. And then, you know, so from there, you've got, you know, the Bray Wyatt stuff that he did, the Colt, all that stuff. Really good stuff. And, well, then when he became the Fiend, you got a buzzard named Mercy. And that came from, of course, he was named after Waylon Mercy. Now, if y'all don't know who Waylon Mercy is, go look him up. He is awesome. He is basically the reason Bray Wyatt is who he is and the character he plays, which is freaking awesome. And now we have The Fiend, which I really like The Fiend. I love Bray Wyatt. Bray Wyatt's like one of the best out there right now. I really like him and Finn Balor. And the other video, I've already said who I really like. I still like CM Punk, but I don't see him coming back anytime. But with Bray Wyatt, like, this man is a freaking genius, Like, he came up with concept art, stuff like that for the mask, and Vince basically gave him leadway on it, and Vince helped him, whatever. Vince said, yeah, let's do it. And then, so, of course, like, Vince McMahon's behind it. He likes the idea of, the Fiend character. And then we get the, the kid show host, whatever you got it, like the little Mr. Rogers neighborhood looking character, the regular Bray Wyatt. And, I don't know, I think it's really cool. And I've been hearing rumors that Jeff Hardy wants to face The Fiend, but he wants to face him as Willow, the Wisp. If Jeff Hardy gets to wear that mask in WWE and do the Willow character against Bray and his Fiend character, that is going to be awesome. That's going to be like a new age, like maybe Undertaker versus Kane type deal, or Sin Cara versus Sin Cara. No, I'm just playing. But, like, I don't know. I don't remember if it was ever a Sin Cara, like, the first Sin Cara, which was played by Mystico. And the fake Sin Cara was played as Unico. And we'll just go ahead, and since I'm bringing that up, Unico is actually, I think he plays soccer now. Last time I heard, he's playing soccer with the mask on. But, then the other Sin Cara, Mystico, I can't remember if he ever faced Rey Mysterio. Now, that would have been a good match. I can't remember if it happened or not, but Sin Cara versus Mysterio. Like, Sin Cara, like, in Mexico as Mystico, not the Sin Cara character. But, if he was playing Mystico character and faced Rey Mysterio, that would be, pretty tight. But yeah. Supposedly there's supposed to be some really big stuff coming with, like, The Fiend, and Jeff just signed another deal, so Jeff's staying with us a little longer in WWE. But yeah, this whole Bray Wyatt thing, like, of course I love Bray Wyatt, I've been like a big follower of Bray Wyatt ever since he broke through when he came in with Nexus. And he was Husky Harris. Now, a lot of people don't even care about the Husky Harris thing. They don't even care. Well, I was there from the beginning of the Fiend, of the Bray Wyatt. I have followed Bray Wyatt all the way up until his Fiend gimmick. And it's like I was it feels like when I was a kid. Like, I followed The Undertaker from when I was a kid all the way up until, this last WrestleMania. I'm still following him, so it's kind of like that. And, or like my Sting, because I followed Sting from, when I was a kid, all the way up until he came to the WWE, and people think he was never going to come to the WWE and stuff. But, I'm going to tell you my location. I'm at the park, just sitting here chilling and talking, and a phone, getting ready to go cut grass, and I figured, hey, let me just, stop in, I'll stop here, sit down, do a little, Pottercaster, little podcast, little thing, little, sit down, talk about something. So I wanted to do the Waylon Mercy thing. Bray Wyatt, talk about that a little bit. I think this whole podcast thing would be a lot easier if I was talking to somebody. Like, but I'm, I like it like this too, because me and Matt's got two separate things that we're doing. And plus, another thing I wanted to say on this little podcast is that this is not this form the show, the format for me is not always going to be about wrestling because that's why I named it the format. But the wrestling match, that's going to be always wrestling. There's no, whatever. But with the format and with his show, the behalf of Matt, and if he wants to do it too, he can. And we talked about it. But So if you know what I'm doing is like if I have something else that I want to talk about, say you know like a TV show or a movie or you know what's going on in life or whatever, that might happen on the Formatt podcast. I mean it will, because I know I could sit here and talk about wrestling like all day every day, and I can do that, but I feel like with the name of the Formatt show, I just think I can do more than just wrestling. And of course, the podcasts that don't have nothing to do with wrestling will not be put on the Wrestling Matt's page. It will just be put on probably just my regular Matt Jackson page. So if you're following me as Matt Jackson and we're friends on Facebook, then just be looking out there, or my YouTube channel, JF Killa and Friends. I'll be putting those podcasts up there, and I'll be putting my wrestling ones up there too, and I'll be putting it on Facebook, YouTube, you know. And we have a YouTube channel called Wrestling Mats. Go check that out and go give us a like. Go give us a, you know, go subscribe to Wrestling Mats YouTube channel. Go subscribe, you know. And if you're a first-time listener or the first time on this page, and it's the first thing you hear, please, you know, join the group if you want to. Go follow us on Facebook, Matt Jackson, aka Freak Killa. That's my name on Facebook is Matt Jackson, Freak Killa. Then Matt Britton, and we're rising, we're growing. We are a growing deal right now. I mean, we're doing pretty good on the folks that we've got invited and in the group, and we have like 62 at the moment, and that's just, it's going well. I don't care how fast it rises, as long as it rises, you know, like as long as I'm able to do what I've been wanting to do for a while, and that is sit here and just talk about wrestling, you know, even if it's to myself, you know. And I'm really thinking, like, you know, on some episodes, yeah, it's going to be a wild run, because I may have some special guests. Of course, there are going to be some real special guests in the future that I'm trying to set up. But there's special guests that it'll be just me talking the whole time. But I'll have, like, some of my characters come out and talk. So we might have the Dinosaur Man on the show, which if you don't know, that's me. I've got this idea, and I think it's going to work, so be looking out for that. But it'll be a little bit after this video is up and gotten some love first, and then I'll probably put one up like that, and then you'll probably see what I mean. But they're, you know, it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool. So there's a lot of stuff in store. We got a lot of ideas. We got a lot of stuff that we're cooking up in our brains. So just continue to follow us and stuff like that. And like I said, you know, check out our dang YouTube channel, our Insta. I can't remember if we got an I don't think we got an Instagram page yet, but you can go follow me on Instagram, Freak Killa, _Freak_Killa. And you can go follow Matt Britton and all that stuff. But I guess you know, I guess I'm gonna get off here. Dang, we'll wrap this up here. It was good talking to you. But anyway, keep Bray Wyatt in your mind. You know you love him. You know you love to see it. So let's get this on the roll. Yeah. So this has been an episode of The Formatt. Let me in.